Okay, so there's a lot of mess here, but it's not really mess. Tomorrow I'm leaving to Europe. I am so nervous about not having everything ready, not being able to just do things. It's just anxiety that makes no sense. But having said that, this morning I woke up. I did my dance journaling and I realized that I didn't know that I was insecure about certain things, about dancing, even dancing in Europe. It makes me nervous. And then I realized that the reason why is because I don't feel like I've been putting in the correct time or the correct work behind it. And even though I train a lot or I do a lot of things, in reality, if I clock in the amount of time that I dedicate to the dance, it is a lot, but a lot of it is also related to work. So this is where the main issue that I think all of us adults, functioning adults, quote unquote, and especially artists who work as in the art, but is your job, then the line becomes very blurry. So you feel like you're working. You feel like you're doing your art, but in reality you're working. So, and if this happens to me, I can just imagine other people. I see one thing that that has been, in my mind for the last week has been this idea of my friend Christina, who wants to have what did she say? Reinvent. She wants to reinvent herself. And of course, it makes me think that her being super talented, so super talented, she went ahead and just became an adult and became actually a millionaire, which is I guess is the focus of a lot of people, the focus of, and it's hard not to be in that focus. And so now I feel like this is the time for her to now pursue her art. But I totally understand, it's so hard because you have your entire identity wrapped in being an adult and then doing successful adult things. So in the same sense, I think that happens to us artists who work with art. So that's interesting. So I came up with this realization that is really deep, and it has a lot of actionables. So I had to really think about this, and then I came up with a plan that, yeah. So I'm here in class. I'm gonna be in class for a little bit, even though I really don't have time to do it, but I have to do it because I'm leaving tomorrow. So I need to get my stuff together. Ahí está sube. Sube más la pierna. Activa. Tenés perfecto ahí. Eso. Cambia gancho. Eso. Ya estás. Pierna atrás. Vete para el gancho. Suelta. Ya suelta. Gancho apretado. Tu vida depende del gancho. Bien. Suelta. Jala la pierna. Las dos más. Y la que estoy, no estoy agarrando, solo estoy cuidando. Previniendo. Asómate al espejo, busca verte, tocar más. Ajá. Tienes aquí, hiciste tu chopstick, regresaste aquí. Acá.
After.
Sí, entonces, de estar aquí, abdomen pegado, te sientas, tienes que alejarte. Es lo que quiero ver si puedes hacer. Si no, tendrías que hacer esto, escalar un poquito, o sea, nada más acomodar tu brazo e irte aquí para meter tu mano.
Y de ahí haría las
la mariposa?
Hasta abajo, hasta abajo, hasta abajo para la mariposa.
Okay.
El flatline y el split.
I always have this anxiety. It's very rare that I don't have anxiety, but like I feel anxiety about being late, always. But more like reference today, I couldn't find my keys for a little while because I was packing, and then I noticed like I've been like very sensitive about my self-talk and my inner dialogue, or like how I feel, because I've been doing my pages, my dance journaling pages in the morning, and it's just like I'm very vigilant about now how I feel, and it's crazy how much I feel. So always, like I always have, like throughout the day I feel so guilty about like not doing things right. And then for instance, this morning I woke up, I received a message from my aunt, and she's like, hey, you haven't told me what's going on with the trip, whatever. And I feel like guilty because yes, it is true, like I'm so disorganized. At the same time, I'm super organized, so it's like it's a crazy thing. But what I mean is like, and I see myself, I also see myself in others. Like I have a couple of students who are Asian, and they have the same thing that and I'm not saying that this is because I'm Asian. I am a quarter Asian, but that's not the point. The point is like I'm an overachiever and always feeling guilt and I guess shame. It's such a thing. Anyway, my challenge for this trip is going to be believing that I am okay, that I'm enough. And this is crazy because I always think that I think so highly of me because I know that I know a lot. I know that I know a lot. But like one thing that I realize is that I do know that I'm a really, really good instructor. I know that. But today I realized that I don't feel good enough as a dancer. That's crazy. But it is the truth. And then also I got into the point where I thought, you know what, the reason why this is happening and these are things that you like hide from yourself, you know, like I'm always, I guess for all this time, I thought highly of me, and I do, but I do feel like, for instance, I don't have imposter syndrome about what I know and about being an instructor at all. I do not have imposter syndrome. I see a lot of people who like talk about having imposter syndrome when talking, when saying, when speaking at conferences and all that, and I don't. I really do know that I know a lot, and I really do know that I deserve everything that I deserve a lot because I've been through a lot in terms of art. Like I've lived for forever, right? And then compared to the people nowadays that have only been dancing for like 5 years and now they're like super famous, I'm like whatever. But my point is that I realized today that I was really feeling uncomfortable and insecure about dancing in Europe because I feel like I'm overweight, and I feel like, so I feel I'm overweight, and over there everybody's super skinny and athletic. And over here in the United States, for instance, there's a lot of dancers that are really heavy, so then over here it's not a big deal. I feel like I fit in like super well because I'm just, you know, I'm not even the heaviest. I'm not even on that side at all. But over there in Europe, everyone is so thin and so into their looks. So I realized today that I do feel insecure. That's fucking crazy. So my goal and my challenge is going to be every single day talking to myself and then like saying, you know what, you deserve to be here, you deserve to dance, you can dance very well. There are a couple of things that I feel insecure about, but mainly it's because I feel like I haven't worked at those things. Like, I know that I don't have a lot of stamina because I haven't been doing a lot of stamina related dancing. I haven't gone out social dancing in like a month. So that's another thing that keeps me, like, you know, when you haven't done things, it's like under this kind of like perspective, right? When you're like an overachiever like me, or and this is something I recognize a lot in my students, that they feel like they haven't paid their dues, and this is how I feel. Like, I feel like I'm not agile enough. I might not be agile enough. I might get winded very easily, and this is all because I haven't worked out that much and I haven't rehearsed. So I've been doing other kinds of dancing, but not this kind. So it's like all crazy shit, crazy. So my challenge is gonna be like, even with this craziness in my head, I'm still gonna like push myself to go out there. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to make myself believe that I deserve it, but also I'm gonna just make myself deserve it. Like, so I'm gonna meet myself halfway through. So I am going to start doing the minimum amount of exercise and then conditioning, so that I feel like I deserve to dance well. Like, I can feel like, oh yeah, I'm a good dancer, you know, because I've worked at it, or because I've been doing it, or something like that. That's kind of like what the point that I get to when I've been doing something, that I get confident about that. But if I haven't, I don't. That's so weird. It's so weird. Like, I know it sounds very stupid, but I did not know that was my head. I didn't know that was in my head. I didn't know that I was that insecure. I didn't know. And then I started like feeling very nervous yesterday about when I was teaching my class. I was listening to bachata music, and then I was like, I want to go out social dancing, but what if I'm like, I immediately was like thinking, no, I don't want to go social dancing. And then I was like, wow, what is this? Where is this coming from? And then I realized that it's like, this morning I woke up and then I was like, I'm gonna do my journaling. And then I realized that it's because I do feel like I'm not good enough. That I'm not gonna be good enough to be recorded, because I'm gonna be fat and I'm gonna be slow and I'm not gonna move as much. I'm not gonna have enough moves. I mean, I'm like, who is this insecure girl? You know? But in a way, I mean, if this is what it is, I just gotta work at that. So what I did was I made a plan to work on my weaknesses, on my conditioning, work every single day for at least half an hour. So I have my bullet journal, my different things that I'm going to probably join. I'm going to have my students join a community where we can all meet and keep each other accountable, something like that. And then throughout the day, I thought about this challenge of dancing for 5 minutes and recording myself every single day, anywhere I am, dancing. And then I guess by the end of the week, I can post it, but I can post just little parts of it. So it's no, ¿cómo se llama? Pressure. But at the same time, I am advancing. Another thing that I realized was how easily we get we forget, we bury what we want, or we bury our creation or our creativity behind work. So it's like, I know that I want to do a new choreography, and I've been putting it off because I've been working, and because I don't feel the urgency. So this new choreography is a choreography that is a creation, right? And I've been putting it off, and then just being like, yeah, maybe I'll do it later on. I'll do it later on. So, and this is crazy how much we can do this kind of thing, you know, to ourselves. So this time around, I'm like, no, I'm gonna at least dedicate 5 to 10 minutes a day to this choreo. So those were the things that I decided. Yeah. Entonces, no es que yo estoy aquí y luego ya voy a empezar a mejorar el pie acá, no. Es que cuando vengo de aquí, yo ya pongo el pie, lo pongo torcido, para que entonces este me salga torcido y luego hago esto.
Es que esas cosas ya las saben.
Ajá. No, se tiene que aprender esto, se aprende más plano y mira, hago y luego mira.
Tras.
Oh.
Ándale.
Llegan así, entonces si tú vas a llegar y tú vas a llegar, ¿no? Que no sé qué, quién sabe qué, y lo vas a hacer.
¿Una de qué?
Un start aquí y luego.
Ajá.
Para atrás. Así todo.
Open your
Sí.
Para eso.
Today I was teaching the class, and they were like, wow, how can she do that thing? Like, you know, like my body can move really well. And this is something I have to like just claim, you know, I have to make my body do what it does. So I'm going to start doing my cha-cha. I'm going to start doing my cha-cha routine. And I do feel pressure about posting. So I'm going to just post it in YouTube. But my point here is that by thinking about the choreography, I already know what parts I'm insecure about. Like the song is so slow, and I know that what I need to do, I'm gonna have to be able to control my body a lot. So that gives me a really good idea of what exercises to do. So I need to control with my core. I need to work on my hamstrings, on my Achilles, all that. I need to continue working on that, and that's what I'm going to be doing in May. I'm just going to be working, like developing the strength and the equilibrium and all that, because then by doing that, it's going to give me the self-esteem. It's going to give me the thinking, or like the confidence that I know what I'm doing and that I deserve to dance well. It's a weird thing, because it's like that. It's like a mindset. Like when you think that you have worked towards something, I guess is what I keep saying, right? All day. But it is definitely a thing. So also, this is why this is very exciting, because I know that by knowing that I'm going to be doing the choreography, and that I'm going to be doing this challenge where I'm going to be working on my choreo for 10-15 minutes a day or something, then it's going to give me more of a motivation. That's what it does. It gives me a motivation, and also makes me motivated in the way that it makes me happy to do the work, but also it makes me motivated in the way that it makes me scared not to do the work. So that's kind of like how my mind works. A lot of the things that I do them for fear of not doing well. So like if I want to do something, if I want to like compete, or I want to dance, or I want to do, and I don't do the work behind it, I know it's not gonna look good. So then that's the biggest motivation that I have to do rehearsals or training, even when I don't want to. Like today that I went to take class, And I definitely didn't want to go because I don't have time to be wasting, you know? All day I've been just like on the clock. I woke up today at 5 in the morning and I've been nonstop every single second. So I didn't have the half an hour to go to the studio, take the class, and then come back. I did not have that, but I did it anyway because I know that if I don't have my choreo ready before I go, then when I'm there, I'm not going to be able to rehearse. So I'm not going to advance and I'm going to go back. And given that my competition is on the 29th, I know that when I come back from the 1 to the 29, I'm going to be just going. Like I'm going to be just rehearsing like it's nobody's business. But I cannot take this time and just not and regress. Or I cannot just take this time and not do what I'm at, you know, the minimum. So today in the class, that's all we did. We went over the 2 choreographies. We set them up. We have the exercises that I gotta do daily, and that's it. And then we also agreed that we were gonna do online class. So at least once a week, meet at 7 p.m. over there, which is 10 a.m. for my instructor. So yeah. But yeah, today I really realized that I did not know that I was insecure. That I was insecure about my dancing. I didn't know. And today, with my dance journal, I realized that. That is so cool. I mean, it's crazy, but it's really nice. I'm excited to see what can come out of this.